Hey folks, hope you're doing good today, having a good weekend and all that jazz. Now today's going to be one of the last days that we check out new tracks and new vids on the channel, because from next week onwards I'm going to be doing roundup shows where I'm just going to basically pull out the cream of the crop of the best bands that we've had this year, of which there are many, and just do absolutely 10 out of 10 shows every single day. Not everyone gets to watch a show every day, I realise that, but hopefully they can catch up on some of the best bands that we've had this year with some roundup shows towards the end of the year. Dope! So what we're going to do today is check out some heavy, slamming, brutal, beat-down deathcore, modern, heavy, loud, yes. The first band we're going to check out, these guys sent through a T1, which is why we've got this stuff on the channel, and we haven't seen these guys for a hell of a long time. Planetkiller. Last time they were on the channel was March 2020, which is not long after I'd started going. The show looked quite different to how it does today. Hopefully they can see an up in the quality since they were last on. But yeah, this is a cool band, slamming deathcore. But what we have done since then is checked out the mixes of one of the members of this band, Alex Savini. And let me just double check what he does in this. I think he's a guitarist in this band. But what he's been doing as well is doing mixing and mastering for a lot of our deathcore friends that like to come through on the channel as well. And I must say, he's done an absolutely superb job. He just put up recently that he's been doing it for a year, kind of full time, and it's working out for him. Dope. Because I tell you now, I honestly believe that some of his mixes, and I hope he's mixed the one that we're going to check out today, and he mixes his own music as well. But his mixes that he's done for the guys that come through on this channel with the deathcore sound are top notch, as good as anyone else that I could, mention or have heard. He's nailed the sound. He's nailed the power and the clarity that you need for this kind of music. It's not just loud. It's not just heavy. It's sharp, and it's got a clarity to it. You can hear all the instruments. The guitar tones are kind of just like really direct and in your ears, but they don't clash with the other stuff. It's a very balanced mix. I don't know how to mix this kind of music because I don't really bother to do it. It doesn't interest me all that much because I like a more raw and dirty sound and hardcore-y sound. But I really do respect these guys, the modern guys, like Alex, who have nailed this new school, super modern, crisp deathcore sound, because it's a new thing, it's a new way of doing the mix. It's super loud, it's wide, it's pushed further than any other, professional mixer would go and all of that crap, but it sounds great, and I really, really enjoy listening to his mixes, and we've listened to a bunch of them in the last year, and he's got better and better to where the last few that we've listened to, I'm happy to say, dude, you're killing it, and your mixes are as good as anyone out there. So I won't be surprised, if as more and more people hear your mixes and know that you're doing this kind of stuff, that you get all of these Slam Worldwide guys coming to see you, because, you're nailing the sound and they want that sound as well. Sick. Anyway, I'll shut up about that now. We'll listen to his band, Planetkiller. The track they've got for us today, which is on Slam Worldwide, is called Futility. Let's check it out. Great bass tone in there, I can hear that. And I like looking at the stereo while we've got this mix up because it tells me things he's doing. You can see it's super wide. Heavy. dope. That's that bass. Heavy. Jesus. So heavy. Great recording on the vocal as well. Harsh, nasty, deep and heavy, and such a great mix. I'm going to assume that it was Alex that did this mix. Let me just see if it says in the comments here. Yes, it was recorded, mixed and mastered by Alex Savini. He does a superb job. I was really putting my ear to the mix in this one. And what I'm going to ask from Alex, and I hope he's going to do it for me, and I think he will, is please make us a video going into some detail of how you do this bass tone for this music, because I really believe the bass tone makes such a big difference to the sound, and it brings out the low end with a power that the guitars can't reach and could never do, and that it's a certain distorted, scooped, I'm pretty sure it is, bass tone, and it really changes the sound of this kind of music and gives it that modern edge. It's not a bass tone with any kind of hum or kind of 600 hertz. If you're doing mixing and EQing and stuff, around the 600 hertz mark, you get all the kind of sound. It's got none of that to it. It's like really deep and low, but with a grizzle and a grind as well to the high end, which tells me that they got some mids in there nicely. And it makes such a difference to this kind of music compared to a standard normal bass tone. Man, it sounds amazing. And when we heard it break down to just the bass tone, it's like, oh, yes, sounds dope. So please make us a video just showing how you EQ and what VSTs or whatever it is you use to get this kind of bass tone, because I want to learn how to do it. It's something I don't know how to do. I don't know how to replicate this kind of sound, and I do want to try and use this some of this kind of bass tone in my own music, which isn't deathcore-y, but maybe see what happens with that kind of bass tone in my music, because it just sounds so dope, and I've got no idea how to replicate it. So please make us a video on how you do the bass for this kind of mix, and if you wanted to, just a general mix video on how you're going about and what VSTs you're using, because I'll be very interested in that kind of stuff, because it's such a great sound. Guitars sound massive, totally in your ears, direct, loud, chunky, just all the best aspects of a guitar tone you could want. There's no air in there. It's just direct straight into your ears. That bass tone supports it and powers it up in such an amazing way. The vocals are recorded amazingly. You can hear all the gravel and saliva and gargle at the back of their throat and all the different vocal techniques that they're using. The drums sounded great, punchy, but all the cymbals had a nice clarity to them, cut through the mix, and just sounded right. Had a big wash on the cymbal parts. Dope. The music just sounds amazing, and like I said in yesterday's video, the mixer is almost like the extra member of these modern deathcore slamming bands, because they're bringing the sound out in such a way that it creates the sound, it creates the music as much as the riffs do and the drum beats and all the rest of it. You know, when you're mixing and recording this kind of music, you're not just recording raw drums and raw guitars and doing a bit of EQ and then that's it all together. You know, this is a lot of mixing. It's digital tones with I'm sure he's using a lot of VSTs and modern equipment to get this kind of sound. And that's why it sounds different and modern, but it means that the mixer is as much a part of the band and creating the sound as the members of the band as well. So I just think it's dope. It's modern as hell. Anyway, I've gone on about those guys enough. 12 minutes already. Hope you enjoyed that and hope to see that video. That'll be dope. This is another band on Slam Worldwide. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. This is Silent Generation. We have had them on the channel before as well on another heavy day. The track they've got for us today is called BDE. Let's check it out. Yeah, and I can hear that bass in this one as well already. This slam band. Big and chunky.
It's time to show you motherfuckers how it's done. 2020 style. Get.
Can't help but bounce to this music.
What?
Cool video. Like to see them all rocking out in a video. Dope. But yeah, man, this music has got such a bounce to it. You can't help but get straight into that. Dope. Again, these guys were thick and chunky, and the guitars super nice, loud as hell, direct sound straight into your ears. Again, they had that great grizzly, grindy bass tone in the middle with a power to it. Just sounds amazing. If these guys want to make a video, whoever mixed this one as well, let's see if it tells us. Mixed and mastered by Simone Pietefort. If he's watching the video and he wants to make a video about how he mixes super cool, slamming deathcore stuff with that great bass tone, I'm mostly interested in the bass tone. I need to know, because it sounds amazing. And these guys are killing it with this new modern sound. Dope. What a thick, chunky band. The last band we're going to check out today is a new band to the channel. These are on Beheading the Traitor. This is Dumpster Mummy. They've actually got a cool video for us as well, an animated one. This is Compost Cadaver. Let's check it out. Re-recorded. That bass again. Cool pedal board. Really hear that bass again in this mix. That's all the bands today. Just using an amazing bass tone. I really think it makes a big difference to this kind of music. Dope one. Love the video to this one as well. That pedal board looks sick. All the drum kit and shit. Yeah, dope. Man, these guys were thick and chunky and powerful. Had that great bass tone with him again. Sounded nice and modern. This was re-recorded, so good. They did a good job of it, making it sound nice and modern. But I really do feel, I know I've gone on about it all day today, but the bass tone just makes such a big difference to this kind of music. It's the reason it sounds so loud and powerful, and it's got such a drive to it. Sounds sick. So yeah, if the guy who mixed this one as well wants to let us know, I just need to know how to make this bass tone because it sounds so dope, and I've really got no idea. I've tried a few techniques of scooping and pulling out all the kind of 5 to 7, 800 hertz range, which I really don't think it's got any of that in it. But it doesn't sound the same. It's got a doesn't have the power that these guys have got. So I just need to know how to do it. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that today. Sick bands on the channel, heavy as hell, chunky as hell, modern, all with a really super great mix with that super dope bass tone in there as well. Thick, chunky guitars, loud, aggressive vocals, and great drum sounds. I thought all the cymbals cut through nicely as well today. Tings on the ride, cool stuff going on in the beats. Dope. Hope you're having a good weekend and all that jazz. I'm going to take the day off tomorrow and then we'll be back on Monday, and I'm going to do a really sick grindcore show of wrapping up some of the dopest bands that we've had on this year, just all power violence and short tracks. So definitely tune in for that. But from next week to the end of the year, it's just going to be absolute cream of the crop stuff on the channel. Not that we don't have a lot of that anyway, but it's going to be the best of the best. So really looking forward to it. Hope you have a good one, guys. We'll see you around. Cheers. Bye.